Hello everyone. Today we will discuss sourcing strategies. What steps should we follow in those sourcing strategies and how these sourcing strategies could be developed. So, first thing is basically sourcing strategies are, or you can say, any sort of long-term plan to which is established to uphold the continuous flow of the non-core processes of the company. And how will you edge out the competition, as we have discussed in the weaknesses and opportunities, that certain competitive forces, or you can say certain various other factors which contribute to the competition to the BPO industry. To cope up with that competition, we require to have better, or you can say best sourcing strategies which will enable us to uphold the continuous flow of the non-core processes to the company. So there are number of steps through which we can develop sourcing strategies, and these are the 7 key stages to prepare for global sourcing. The first stage is preliminary research. Second stage is market and supplier pre-qualification. Third stage is strategy development. Fourth stage is selecting the sourcing processes. Fifth stage is selecting suppliers. Sixth stage is implementation. And the last stage is performance monitoring. Let's have a look on each stage one by one. The first stage is preliminary research. In this particular stage, while developing strategies, or you can say sourcing strategies for the non-core business activities, we require to find out, we need to find out or identify what are the core activities and what are the non-core business activities. For that particular purpose, we try to analyze the customer and market needs and identify custom competitors with whom we have to fight. The main idea is to develop the firm's business objective, prospective markets, and brand positioning. Means in this preliminary research, we try to figure out what are the core activities of the business, and also what sort of customers and market needs may be assessed, or maybe look like, and according to those needs, competitive customers requirements, or what who are our competitors, we this will help you in developing firm's core business objective, what we are having these activities, what are the objective and goals or mission or vision of the organization, so that according to those objectives we can create prospective markets and position ourselves as a brand. Once we are done with the preliminary research, we move towards the second step, that is market and supplier evaluation. In market and supplier evaluation stage, we need to identify the potential and new global suppliers. It is quite obvious, once we have finalized that we want to outsource our non-core business activities to a particular vendor, or you can say particular supplier who is dealing in accomplishment of those particular activities, we need to find out who are the potential new global suppliers, the enterprise who will develop a detailed list of supplier selection benchmarks. Thus, it is necessary to evaluate the market, so to identify the best supplier which we need to outsource our business activities, or you can say core activities. For that particular purpose, we also go with the RFI, means we can request for information to the suppliers who are within that particular market, and also who are the new global competitive suppliers. We can have the particular information about those particular suppliers, and we will try to shortlist suppliers according to our need. Once market and competitive, or you can say potential suppliers assessment is done, we move to the third stage of sourcing strategies development, in which we try to minimize the risk of untapped opportunities in the market. Means the opportunities which we have studied during the SWOT analysis for the BPO industries, we try to figure out what sort of opportunities in the market which are untouched or will not be upheld by any of the organization, how external forces will going to influence those particular sourcing category about the market, and also collect the information about the market as well as important market players, means our competitors, in order to determine or in order to gather that information. We must determine the right sourcing strategy for the category and as corporation. So during this third stage of strategy development, we just focus on the risk of untapped opportunities in the market. Means competitive forces may tap those particular markets, so we will try to formulate our strategies, or we will try to develop our strategies in accordance with that, so that we can minimize the risk of untapped opportunities in the market. Fourth step of sourcing strategies development is selecting the sourcing process and suppliers. Means in selection of the suppliers, we need to evaluate, or we try to give a concrete supplier evaluation criteria, like we want to emphasize over the price, quality and delivery. We try to focus on the financial stability. We want to have a long-term relationship with the organization, or you can say with the client. This is what we do in the selection part, means how we are going to select a supplier. But before that, we have to select that particular supplier. So whatever the request we have considered, or which we have provided with in third stage, in which we have asked for the request for information, according to that particular information we will try to assess what sort of service requirements we need, how service is specific, delivery of the service will require, price breakdowns, legal and financial terms and obligations, conditions. By considering all these parameters, we will try to evaluate the suppliers, and we will select any of the supplier who will fit in particular our criterion. So once we have selected the supplier, we will go with the implementation part. During implementation, we will try to have a contract, and we will consider signing of the contract with the suppliers and with the vendors, so that they have a mutual agreement over particular arrangements which will be carried out in that supplier and vendor relationship. So during this implementation stage, contract is signed, suppliers are expected to support the company in making the implementation phase run, and also implementation plans vary by degree of change. Means how we are going to change, what flexibility should be needed in implementation of those plans. Implementing the contract, giving the opportunity to build a supplier relationship and growth. How we are going to grow the relationship with the suppliers. All these factors should be considered during the implementation phase, and once the plan is implemented, we will move to the next stage, that is performance monitoring. Means the vendor will try to look after into the performance of the suppliers. Means whatever the measure which we have agreed upon in the signing of the contract, are those measures should be taken in performing those particular processes, or you can say non-core activities. So your vendor will try to assess and will try to measure the responses to find out the performance of the suppliers. Basically, this stage gives an opportunity to the client so that the derail of the performance should not be happen, because if derailing of the performance will happen, it means the overall loss in terms of the financial, or you can say the capital, will greater. So performance of supplier can be measured by response to the procedures and resources that are applied by supply partners. Now the last thing is guidelines for choosing outsourcing partners. Means once we have done with our outsourcing strategies, means we have developed our sourcing strategies, or you can say global sourcing strategies. Now we need to have certain guidelines for choosing a outsourcing partner. Selection is one thing. We have selected through supplier evaluation criterion. We have selected a best supplier, but during the selection, these certain guidelines must be look into. The first one is check credentials and track records. Means the supplier with whom we have come up to build a relationship, or we have selected the supplier by evaluating on various parameters how credential and track record of that supplier works. Means in past how that supplier has worked with their vendors, on time delivery of the processes, or on, you can say, on time delivery of payments, or you can say how that supplier has worked in their past records. Second is references. This is also needed to check. Means if in request for information form supplier has given the references about its, you can say, potentiality, then those references need to be checked. Means if any of the fake or unidentified reference is put into that particular request on information, then that must be considered, because any of the information which is furnished, which is not accurate, concrete, precise, or you can say truthful, it means in a long-term relationship that we're going to hamper the client, or you can say the organization, because during relationship one has to deliver, one has to share the pertinent information which is relevant to the particular resource processes which are need to be, or non-core activities which are need to be outsourced. That will be shared with the organization. If the organization, or you can say the supplier, is not truthful at first stage, it means you cannot trust in future too. Third thing which is needed to be checked is understanding business objectives. Means your business objectives are aligned with that business objective of the supplier or not. It is need to be assessed. Communication. What parameters should be taken for the communication between the suppliers and the clients? What channels should be opted, and how the communication system is maintained by that particular organization in their past records? That will be analyzed and assessed. Ask for samples. You can also go with the ask for samples. If you are not able to find out your if your products are fragile, or you can say your USP, and you have given the idea, or you can say the generation of how to develop that particular product, so you can ask for the samples. Are those samples meeting your criteria, or meeting your objectives, or you meeting your standards or not? Next thing which we try to assess is technical competence. IT infrastructure, mechanical infrastructure of the organization, what sort of process methodologies the organization is opting, that also be considered. Risk mitigation means bearability of the risk. How much risk should be rendered on your supplier, and if how much supplier is rendering the risk over you. So this should be assessed, or this should be understood. Post development support means once the things has been developed, how much post development support will be given by the supplier. This is also one factor. For example, if we take an example of the IT services, if software is developed for a particular organization, it means that has been outsourced by the organization A to a supplier B. Once the software is developed and installed, implemented, then post development support means if during the maintenance phase the post development support is given by the supplier or not, that is also needed to be checked. So this is all about sourcing strategies, what steps are needed in developing those sourcing strategies, and what are the best things which we consider in that development stage while selecting the supplier. I hope all you have enjoyed this session with me, and if you are having any sort of trouble or you are not able to understand any of the point, feel free to contact. I will give the contact number at the end. Thank you so much.